I'm an elite marathoner without a shoe sponsor, so I have tried dozens of daily running shoes. I'm gonna give a completely honest and full breakdown review of my favorite daily running trainer, but I'll also quickly go over all of the running shoes that I have tried in the last couple of years. I understand that there are so many shoes out there on the market, and sometimes it's overwhelming to try and figure out what shoe to wear when there are so many. But I can tell you, after logging thousands of miles in the last couple of years, there really is one standout for me. Before we dive in, let's talk first about the judging criteria. Now, I've seen a lot of shoe reviews. Frankly, a lot of them are just not that useful. So here's how I've broken it down. Now, I am a full-time engineer by profession, so I've broken this down into a detailed rubric with every category weighted by importance, according to my opinion. I've taken a 100-point total and broken it down into 4 subcategories. Notice that they're not all worth the same amount. Most notably, the midsole is worth 70 points, way more than any of the other ones, because I think that is by far the most important. And then I've taken it one step further and broken each of those categories down to a few subcategories, as shown on your screen. Then, of course, for each shoe, I took the sum total for a final score out of a possible 100 points. Now, I'm fully aware that this is not how other reviewers have done shoe reviews before, but I really believe it's important to put the weight where it matters. So let me know in the comments below if you agree with my shoe review criteria. I'm not going to go into a full in-depth review of every single shoe that I've tried, but I will give you the score that I gave each of them. Now, all of these shoes I have completely worn through. I have put hundreds of miles on them. Most of the time, I wear my shoes out to about 500 miles. Let's jump into that breakdown. Before I jump all the way into it, I should point out that I liked all of these shoes. I did buy them and put 500 miles on them after all. Okay, beginning with the Brooks Ghost 13, it got a score of 67. Overall, they just didn't have as much cushion as I wanted. Next, the Nike Pegasus 37. This is the model with more foam. I gave it a score of 69. Nice. There wasn't really anything special about the shoe, but it was fine. The HOKA Clifton 8. It had an amazing soft foam, it just didn't have the durability that I wanted. The New Balance 880 V12. I do love this shoe. It has a great soft foam in the back, but a little too firm in the forefoot. The Adidas Boston 10 was a great shoe overall, scoring 78 points, and features their nice Light Strike Pro foam. And the Brooks Glycerin 20 was a massive improvement for Brooks, one of their best shoes for sure. It has great cushion and overall scored 80 points. And finally here, the Novablast 3. I love this shoe. More on the Novablast in a moment. Now that you've seen all of those shoes, what is my favorite shoe? That's a really stupid drum roll. I can clap really, really fast. Watch this. If I sped it up, it would look like this. Okay, I'm done. Sorry. My all-time favorite trainer, the ASICS Novablast 2. Okay, now you might notice this is the old version. They just came out with the Novablast 3 about a year ago, and they even are just about to release the Novablast 4 next month. These two models are slightly different. I honestly like the version 2 a little bit better, so I'm going to break this one down in detail, and then I'll tell you what is different about this one and what I still like about it. Starting with the upper, it scores a 10 because it locks my foot down, and I don't have to think about it while I'm running. The midsole, and this is really the magic of this shoe. It is a true daily trainer, so it has no plate. It is just one foam. The way that I would describe this foam is very responsive, especially for a trainer. It has a lot of bounce to it, a decent amount of squish as you're going, but it really does give you a lot of that energy return back. I feel it does a great job of cushioning my legs, but also it's quite versatile. One of the more versatile trainers I've ever had. I've gotten away with running long runs and tempo runs even in these shoes, getting down to as fast as running 450 pace. And the outsole, gave it a full score because the tread is still going strong and it looks okay. For reference, I've put 550 miles on this pair of shoes. Honestly, I think it still has another 100 miles of life left in it. Finally, the aesthetic. It's a good looking shoe. I love the shape of the thing, and okay, I'm sorry, it's just not important what it looks like. So what is different about the 3? The 3, the best way to describe it is that it is mostly the same, except the foam is a little bit lighter and slightly less dense. So what does that mean? They sacrifice the energy return for the weight of the shoe. When I first tried it, I liked it significantly less than the Novablast 2, but it has slowly grown on me now that I've put about 100 miles on them. And it's still a fantastic shoe and probably still going to be my go-to trainer for the coming future. Now you might be wondering, but shouldn't I be waiting for the Novablast 4 to come out? And my answer to you is no. And let me tell you this, if you wait for the Novablast 4, you're going to be paying the full price for it. The Novablast 3 is now on sale. It's currently $30 cheaper than the Novablast 4 because they're about to drop the release, and there is still practically an endless supply of these. So my recommendation is to go for the Novablast 3 or the Novablast 2. I think there might still be some sizes available, as this was my favorite shoe. Please check out in the description. I will leave a link down there for you. You can find them there for cheaper than your typical daily trainer, and in my opinion, this is your best option. That is my review on the trainers that I have run in and my all-time favorite over the last couple of years. So please do me a favor, let me know, did you like this kind of video? Do you want to see more in the future? And if so, please leave a recommendation for what shoe I should try next. By the way, I am just 3 weeks away from my marathon. Stay tuned for that. And if you haven't already, click that subscribe button. See you next time.